Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, sit a while, for we are playing some more NHL21 franchise with my Ottawa Senators, and hopefully we can do better in the second month of the season here after having a pretty dreadful 4-7 start to the season. Of course, it's not gonna start very easy here with the Leafs first on the menu today. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at a couple things before we get started. So first off, the leader in points for us is Dadonov, as well as Brady Tkachuk. So it's good to see Tkachuk doing a little bit better here. Still not scoring many goals, but he's close to a point per game. That's where I'm wanting to start to see him grow into. Then in the entire league, the best player is Connor McDavid, 21 points in 13 games, 20 points for Leon Draisaitl. Eric Staal is having a pretty good start here. He is now playing with the Kings. Kadri, Jack Eichel, Olofsson, Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, and Burakovsky are... Is that the top 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The top 9. Because they couldn't make 10 fit, you know. That would have been nice, but I guess not. Alright. So we're gonna need to start winning some games here. Not doing too good. We are 7th in our division. So definitely gonna need to win some games to start climbing up a little bit. I'm expecting a little bit more from my team this season. So if we look at the progress reports, right, so Thomas Chabot is now a 90. Chris Tierney is starting to decline here. He is now 83. And nobody really has had, big changes in their overall per se. Like, points are changing. Like, Connor Brown had, 20 point, but it's a statistical growth. Alright, and then if we look in the system, not much going on here in the system. Alright, so my worst player that I have is Inglis, which, I drafted this year, but he has elite potential. Although he is elite low, so he's probably not gonna reach it, but still. Do they show here? No, they don't show here what... Oh, yeah, they do over there. So for a 7th round draft pick, not bad, not bad. Alright. Now we're gonna take a quick look over here and see if there's been any trades. There has not been any trades. So that's pretty much it. So not a lot of action here to start the season. I'm guessing it's going to start picking up here as the season goes forward. We're gonna go ahead and start simming. My magic goal or my key score today might be a little unlikely, but if we're tied at 4 after 2, I will go ahead and play the 3rd period. Alright, so Toronto is in town. They are 8-3-1. They are pretty good, as we would expect from the Leafs. Now, are we healthy? We are healthy. What about Toronto? Oh, Rasmus Sandin is hurt, so he's not going to be playing this game. Alright, let's get to it. Oh, we're down 4-1 after 1. Well, if we score 3 more goals, I get to play the 3rd period. Alright, so we actually scored first. Brady Tkachuk scored really early into the game, to 14 seconds into the game he scored, but then it was all Leafs for the rest of the period. Spezza scored, Matthews scored, Tavares scored, and Spezza scored again against his former team. And it is 4-1 Toronto here after one. It is 5-3 here after two. Mikheyev scored for the Leafs. It was a power play goal. Brady Tkachuk scored a second goal in that game, and then Artem Zub also scored. It is 5-3 here after two. Nobody scored in the third, which means that we lost yet another game here. Right, so we have Brady Tkachuk that scored from Colin White and Yevgeny Dadonov. Then Tkachuk from Brandstrom and Zub from Andrew Cup. Those were our goals. Alright, now that we got our bad game of the month out of our system, we're going to have a kick-ass month of November. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and sim all the way to the Rangers game. So we're going to be playing... Oh, well, what do you want me to do about it? Oh, wait, that's my job. I'm not happy with how the team has been performing lately. We need to fix this. Oh, I'm gonna agree with Brady Tkachuk. I'm afraid if I don't agree with him, he might get angry and punch me in the throat or something. Okay, so Brady suggests that we can either improve our team or make a coaching change. Maybe a head coaching change is the right way to go. Give me a few days to get it done. We'll look to improve the team's top 6 forward group. Give me some time. I don't want to can the coach just yet. But, oh god, thing is that I don't know how long I'm gonna have to improve top 6. It's early in the season. I don't want to be tied with trying to make a trade that early for a good piece. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's play dangerously. Excellent, I'm glad to hear about this. I will try my hardest to make this happen. I give you my word. Alright. No morale changes. Alright, Brady. Alright, so we have 2 games in 2 nights here, both on the road. We're going to be facing the Rangers first at Madison Square Garden. Rangers are 6-7, so they're also not doing all that great. They're doing better than us, but still not playing all that great here in the Big Apple. Let's see who's hurt, who's doing fine. We're fine. Ooh, the Rangers are kind of hurt, so Capo Caco is not gonna play, he's hurt. Libor Ayak is also not gonna play, he's hurt. Tony D'Angelo might play, he has a playable injury, so Rangers are not too healthy. Hopefully we can capitalize on that here and get ourselves a W that we absolutely need. We need to start turning things around here before Brady gets more upset. Oh boy, we're down 2-1 here after 1. Buchnevich scored for the Rangers first, then Drake Batterson scored for us, and then Keandre Miller scored, so I had to create him. So a player that I created scored against us. Oh well. Yeah, so we're down 2-1 here after 1. We're down 3-1 after 2. Lafreniere scored. He's not scoring in real life, but he just scored here in my sim. We're down 3-1 here after 2. Oh, we tied it 3-3 here after 3. So Chris Tierney scored, and then Drake Batterson scored his second on the power play. We're tied at 3 heading into overtime. Nobody scored in overtime. We're going to the shootout. We lost in the shootout. I guess we get a point. Alexis Lafreniere was the only player to score in the shootout, and we lost 4-3. Alright, so Batterson from Matthew Joseph and Andrew Cup, then Chris Tierney from Thomas Chabot and Connor Brown, then Drake Batterson from Colin White and Eric Brandstrom. Okay, alright, and we're playing right back tomorrow. Oh, Flyers are struggling as much as we are. They are 5-8-1 this season. They are healthy. Yeah, a win here would be pretty good. Maybe I should have tried to make a bigger splash in free agency. I was hoping that my players would progress enough that it would make a difference, but they didn't progress to the point that they probably should have, or that I wanted them to. Alright, so we're tied at 1 here after 1. Vitaly Abramov scored for us, and then Jakub Voracek scored on the power play for the Flyers, tied at 1 here after 1. We're down 3-1 after 2, not looking good again. Slater Kukuk scored, and then Sean Couturier scored for the Flyers. They are now up 3-1 here after 2. And we lost 5-2. So Claude Giroux scored a couple goals, and then Artem Zub scored really late in the game, made it 5-2. It was way too late. So maybe I need to start looking into a top 6. So Abramov scored from Julius Anka. And then Zub scored his 5th already from Andrew Cup and Matthew Joseph. I didn't make him really a offensive defenseman or anything. I guess he's just having a good start to the season. Okay, so let's yeah, I'm gonna play this entire month here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and whenever I'm off the recording here, I'm gonna look at maybe making a little trade here to make Brady Tkachuk happier, the fans happier, me, you, everybody would be happy. So now we're gonna host the Detroit Red Wings, one of the very few teams to be worse than us. They are 3-10-2. So we still don't have any injuries, so that part is good. And Detroit is also healthy. Alright, we're tied at 1 here after 1, so Rudolph Balcer scored for us. Franz Nielsen scored for the Wings. We are tied at 1 after 1. We are up 4-2 after 2. Alright, finally. So Nikita Zaitsev scored. Then Matthew Joseph scored. Jamie Alexiak scored for the Wings. And then Abramov scored for us. We are up 4-2 after 2. Ooh, close one, but we won. We won 5-4. So Dylan Larkin and Franz Nielsen tied the game. But then with 50 seconds left to go in the third period, Colin White scored a power play goal, and we finally got a W today against the worst team in our division. We'll still take it, though. Right, so Rudolph Balcer scored from Brandstrom and Abramov. Zaitsev scored from Tierney and Brown, Joseph from Chabot and Batterson, and then Abramov from Norris and Anka. And then the game-winning goal was Colin White from Eric Brandstrom and Matthew Joseph, and it is a 5-4 victory for the Ottawa Senators. Since complaining, Brady Tkachuk has 0 points. Alright, so the Kings are now in town. It's a promotional night. Kings are 7, 5, and 4. They are definitely doing better than us. No injuries in Ottawa. The Kings will be without Dawson Brown, who has a separated shoulder. Alright, let's get a big game here. We're down 1-0 after 1. Marcus Johansson now with the Kings scored, and the Kings are up 1-0 after 1. They are still up 1-0 after 2. Nobody scored. We're heading into the third period down 1. Oh, game is tied at 2 after 3. Quinton Byfield scored on the power play for the Kings, made it 2-0, but then Abramov scored, made it 2-1, and then Dadonov scored. We're tied at 2, heading into overtime. Nobody scored in overtime. We are going to the shootout, and we won in the shootout, so that's 2 straight wins. Brady Tkachuk with the shootout winner here. Alright. We are doing better. So in the third period, Abramov from Balcers and Shabbat, and then Dadonov is 5th from not Keith Tkachuk, he's retired by now, Brady Tkachuk and Colin White. Alright, so that's 2 wins in a row here, so hopefully Brady is starting to feel a little bit better. Oh, Vegas is struggling. We're heading to Vegas to play the Golden Knights here, and they are pretty much as bad as we are. That's weird. What's going on there? Alright, so Vegas is 3-7. No, they're 3-7 in their last 10. They are 7-10, sorry. And we are healthy. Oh, Vegas is without Egg and Mark Stone. So Vegas pretty much without their best player, Mark Stone. Former Ottawa Senator, of course. And we're down 2-0 here after 1. Shea Theodore scored, and then Alex Galchenyuk, that I let walk at the end of the season, scored against us. And Vegas is up 2-0 here after 1. We are down 3-1 after 2. Brady Tkachuk scored on a power play, made it 2-1, but then Nicola scored, made it 3-1. We tied it in the third period, so some resilience here. Colin White scored, made it 3-2, and then Brady Tkachuk scored a power play goal to tie the game at 3, and we're heading into overtime. But we lost in overtime. Alex Pietrangelo scored in the extra frame, and we lost 4-3. Brady Tkachuk scored his 5th from Dadonov and Shabbat. Colin White from Dadonov and Brady Tkachuk, and then Brady Tkachuk from Dadonov and Connor Brown. Alright. I suppose at least we are getting a point, but yeah. Right, so we have a day off, and then we're going to be playing in Edmonton against the Oilers. That won't be easy, of course. Right, so Edmonton is 10-6-1. Oh, we have Thomas Shabbat that's hurt, but he's able to play with his injury, so I'm not gonna touch that. And for Edmonton, no injuries. So who will stop Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl? They were the best 2 players in the league when I checked at the start of the video. So hopefully they've slowed down here. Hopefully we will slow them down. Oh, tied at 2 here after 1. So Matthew Joseph scored the first goal of the game. That was a power play goal. We were up 1-0. Then Lageson and James Neal scored. Made it 2-1 in Edmonton. And then Matthew Joseph scored again. Tied the game at 2 here after 1. Nobody scored in the second period, so we're still tied at 2. Going into the third. Tied at 3 after 3, so Connor Brown scored on the power play for us, and then Benson scored for Edmonton, tied the game, and we're heading into overtime yet again. Nobody scored, heading into the shootout. Oh, we won! I'm a little bit surprised by that. Oh wow, look at that. So technically we wouldn't have had needed all 3 to go, I wouldn't think. But anyway, so Dadonov scored, Chris Tierney scored, and Eric Brandstrom scored. So I'll take it. Alright, so it was Matthew Joseph from Chris Tierney, and then Matthew Joseph with his 5th from Andrew Cup and Brandstrom. It was tied at 2 there. Connor Brown from Thomas Chabot and Dadonov. Alright, so looks like Chabot did play after all. Then we have 1 day off again before we play in Anaheim against the Ducks. Alright, so uh-oh, Abramov is hurt, so he's not going to be playing this game. Then Anaheim has Josh Manson hurt. He's also hurt in real life right now. Okay, so let me check to make sure that there's no funky business going on here. Alright, so Josh Norris is going to be playing with Austin Watson and Rudolph Balcers here. Okay, so I don't have forwards playing D or D playing forwards, so we're good. Alright, let's go ahead and play this game in Anaheim. They are 8-10-2, so pretty similar record to ours. Oh, we're up 3-2 here after 1. So Ryan Getzlaff and Max Jones both scored power play goals to give the Ducks a 2-0 lead, but then Matthew Joseph scored, Dadonov scored, and then Matthew Joseph scored again. Wow, Matthew Joseph turns out to be a pretty good pickup on the cheap as a free agent. He's scoring some goals there. Alright, so we are up 3-2 here after 1. Ooh, we almost got some gameplay here. I am up 4-3 after 2. Brandon Saad scored for the Ducks, and then Matthew Joseph completed his hat-trick here with a goal in the second period. The Sens are up 4-3 after 2, and we scored one more time in the third period. Brandstrom scored, and it is a 5-3 victory for the Sens. We absolutely will take it. We've been playing a little bit better in November. It started a little rocky, and then we had that discussion with Brady Tkachuk, and I kind of promised him something that I haven't even looked into yet, but I will at the end of the month. I just don't know if it's going to be too late. Matthew Joseph scored in the first period from Batterson and Zaitsev, then Dadonov from White and Tkachuk, then Matthew Joseph from Andrew Cup and Thomas Chabot. Matthew Joseph completed his hat-trick from Drake Batterson, and then finally in the third, Brandstrom from Brady Tkachuk. And it is a 5-3 victory in Anaheim. And then we're going back home for one game to play against the Carolina Hurricanes. Alright, so the Hurricanes are 11-7. Alright. So Abramov has a sore foot. Okay, so he's gonna be back soon here. He's just gonna miss a couple games. That's okay, that happens. What about over here? Oh, Devin Dubnyk is with the Carolina Hurricanes now. He's hurt for a little bit too, and then Teuvo Teravainen has a broken leg. He's also hurt for a while. That's interesting. No score after one, and we had the advantage in shots. We're up 3-0 here after two. Julius Anka scored, then Alex Formenton, and finally Yevgeny Dadonov. So we are up 3-0 after two, and it's a 4-1 victory. So pretty good game here against a decent team. Connor Brown with a goal, and then Warren Foegele made it so that Matt Murray didn't get a shutout in that game by scoring with 8:36 left to go in the third period. So 4-1 victories for the Suns. Right, so Anka from Drake Batterson, Formenton from Connor Brown and Colin White, Dadonov from Colin White and Zadorov, and then Connor Brown scored his fifth from Josh Norris and Eric Brandstrom. Alright, and then we're hitting the road again for a couple games. We're going to make a stop in Long Island to play against the Islanders. Alright, so the Islanders are 12-6-1, so that's a pretty decent record. We have climbed up to play for 500 now, so we did get a better month in November so far. We're still not great or anything, but we passed the Lightning of all teams. Wow. Oh, Chris Tierney is also hurt, but now Abramov can play, so they're kind of canceling each other. I'll still have a look at our lines, and then the Islanders are fully healthy. Alright, let's see what our coach has decided here on the lines. So Abramov is going to be there. Oh, Rudolph Balcers gets a promotion on the second line with Drake Batterson and Connor Brown. Alright, it's time for Batterson to shine. It's time to take it to the next level, buddy. Alright, let's see what we do here against the Islanders. Oh, Islanders are up 2-0 here after one. Nick Leddy scored, short-handed, and then Thomas Hickey scored. So two defensemen scored for the Islanders, and we're down 2-0 here after one. Oh boy, we are down 6-1 after two. Not a great game. Anthony Beauvillier scored, then Thomas Hickey scored, Oliver Wahlstrom scored. So it is 5-0 at that point. Colin White scored, made it 5-1, and then Oliver Wahlstrom scored again, made it 6-1 Islanders after two. We lost 9-1. Wahlstrom scored again, Koivula scored, and Matthew Barzal scored. This is a game to forget here. We really didn't do very good. Right, so our lone goal was Colin White scoring his fifth from Dadonov. Right, now we have a day off, and then we're going to play two games in 2 nights. First in Detroit against the Wings, and then back at home against the Buffalo Sabres. Alright, let's see if we can get back to 500 here. Alright, so Chris Tierney is my only injury right now. And no injuries in Detroit. Alright, let's get a W here. No score after 1. We're up 2-0 after 2. Drake Batterson scored on the power play. Then Brady Tkachuk scored. We are up 2-0 after 2. And it's a 3-1 victory on the road in Detroit. So Timashov scored for the Red Wings, and then Abramov scored, fully healed from his injury. What do we look like here? Batterson from Cup, and then Tkachuk from Colin White and Artem Zub, and then Abramov from scored his 5th from Thomas Chabot and Austin Watson. Austin Watson getting a very rare point. We're playing the very next day at home against the Buffalo Sabres. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't know how long I had. You said you would improve the team, but you didn't. I demand to know why. I demand to know why. Oh my. Does he have a gun or maybe a machete or something? I'm gonna try to persuade him. I give it some more thought, and I'm confident the team can turn it around on its own. We had a good record. Maybe he's gonna believe me. Uh-oh. I thought it was a roster change we needed, but maybe it's a GM change. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I am not going anywhere. Brady Tkachuk is gonna ask to be traded. I can probably get a lot of good pieces for Brady Tkachuk. Thing is, I don't want to trade Brady Tkachuk. Alright, so Buffalo is in town. They are 13-7-1. Oh, Chris Tierney has a mild concussion. He might play, actually. I probably wouldn't recommend it. But the coach decides. Buffalo is healthy, which means we're going to have our hands full with our friend Jack Eichel. Did they keep Taylor Hall? They did. They signed him for $9.310 million per year for many years, apparently. Wow, that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. They signed him to a 6-year contract. So Taylor Hall is staying in Buffalo in my universe here. Alright, so we're gonna have our hands full with Jack Eichel and Taylor Hall. Alright, we didn't score. Nobody scored. Tied at 1 here. Tied at 0, sorry, after 1. Oh, we're up 1-0 after 2. Julius Honka scored. And it's 1-0 Sens after 2. Oh, tied at 3 after 3. So goals were scored. Brady Tkachuk scored. Then Connor Brown scored on the power play. And then we were up 3-0, but we gave up that lead with 3 goals in 5 minutes and 26 seconds. Levo scored, Jeff Skinner, and Tage Thompson. So we're going in overtime. Nobody scored in overtime. We're going into the shootout, and we lost in the shootout. Jack Eichel and Taylor Hall both scored. We only had Dadonov to score. That one hurts because we had a 3-0 lead and we let it go. That feels like the game in real life the Sens played against Winnipeg earlier this week. Alright, so Julius Honka from Matthew Joseph and Alex Formanton, then Brady Tkachuk from Dadonov and Thomas Chabot, and then Connor Brown from Dadonov and Brady Tkachuk. Alright, now we have a couple days off before we host the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then we have one more game after that. Alright, what does it say over here? We are fully healthy. And Columbus will be without Gavrikov. He's out until January. And Brock McGinn, also out until January. They both have post-concussion syndrome. That's not good for them. Alright. What are we gonna get here? Ooh, we're down 3-1 after one. So Zadorov scored for us. We were up 1-0, and then Max Domi scored, Boone Jenner scored, and Gabriel Carson scored. 3-1 Columbus after one. We scored 1 goal in the second. Connor Brown scored. We are down 1 heading into the third period. And we lost 5-3. So Cam Atkinson scored on the power play. Then Dadonov brought us back to within 1. And then Paul Stachny, who is with Columbus here, scored late in the third period. We lost 5-3. Alright, so Zadorov from Connor Brown and Nikita Zaitsev, then Connor Brown from Thomas Chabot, and Dadonov from Brady Tkachuk and Colin White. Alright, we have one more game, the last day of the month, in 3 days against the Flyers. Oh, so the draft this year is not going to be all that great. It's going to be a bit weaker than normal. Oh, we are offered former Ottawa Senator Ryan Dzingel for our 3rd round draft pick and Steen that everybody wants so bad. I'm going to decline this trade offer. I do not have a need for Ryan Dzingel. I will try to tinker with my team a little bit later. Alright, I want to go look at that Steen guy. So everybody wants this guy. He's a 60 overall, he's 18. His potential is bottom 6. So maybe I should trade him. He was my 6th round draft pick. He's a 2-way forward. Well, you need players like that, so maybe I need to keep him. Yeah, I don't know if this guy is going to develop. He's only a 50 overall, but, you know, he's a defensive defenseman, so he's probably not going to develop if I had to guess. Who knows, he might surprise us. And that was our 1st round draft pick, Cole Sillinger. He's only top 6 forward, but he's at I, so he's probably gonna get a decent overall, and he's a playmaker, so not giving up on that guy. Then I got this guy in the 3rd round, Yaroslav Lukachev. Top 6, okay. In the 3rd round I got a top 6 player for potential. That's a sniper. Okay. My draft might not have been that bad. I might not have gotten like the franchise player or anything like that, but I think I got pieces that are going to be useful in the future. So, last game of the season against the Flyers. Flyers are 12-12-2. They are struggling about the same as we are. We did play them earlier this month. They also don't have any injuries. We're down 2-0 here after 1. So Kevin Hayes scored and then Twarinsky scored. We're down 2-0. We're down 5-1 after 2. Drake Batherson scored, but then Claude Giroux scored, Nolan Patrick scored, and Arturi Lekkonen is now in Philadelphia, and he scored. Down 5-1 after 2. Yeah, we lost 6-2. Provorov scored on the power play, and then Alex Formenton scored. It was way too little and way too late. 5 seconds left in the third period when he scored. Yeah, we lost that pretty badly. Alright, we had an okay month of November, but we got outplayed a few times and we didn't really outplay anybody, so that's a little bit of a concern. So Drake Batterson scored from Anka and Cup, and then... oh, yeah, that's going to be probably easier to look like that. And then Formenton from Colin White and Matt Murray. Oh, Matt Murray got himself an assist. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sim to next game, which is tomorrow. Alright, so we are done with November. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the different trading blocks. And let me know if you see something that maybe you feel like I should try and go and get. Keep in mind, I'm probably not going to go for a guy like Shattenkirk. He's a little old. But if you see a player that you feel like could be useful for my rebuild here, then let me know and I might try to make it work. Oh, Brennan Coburn, yeah, I'm not going to go and get you. I'm not too happy that you're on the Sens this year. I'm not going to go and get you when you're a year older. Alright, so Boston has a... oh, Buffalo just laid down a bunch of picks to get. Jacob Pelletier, maybe? I don't know. We might see some of the players that I had to create. Devon Dubnik is available, but he's 35. Oh wow, look at that. They completely changed their goaltenders here in Carolina. They have Rittich as well. Ryan Suzuki. Taves is still available. Seabrook, Cavendish. Cam Atkinson is a little old. Raphael Lavoie is available. Oh, Denisenko, I had to create this guy. They're putting him on the block. We have no information on him whatsoever. Yeah, Ryan Desingle, you guys tried to trade him to me. Mike Hoffman, I could bring Mike Hoffman back with the Sens. I don't think so, he's 32. Montreal trying to trade a defenseman. No players here. Bobby Ryan is now with the Rangers. Chris Kreider, Jimmy VC, Frolic. I think I had to create that guy as well, Harper. That sounds familiar. That was a little while ago. I don't remember every single player I created. Some of them I was not familiar with. Oh, Mike Riley is now with the Devils. Madison Bowie. Morgan Frost. Could be a decent player to try to get. I don't know how he's rated, though. Not much here. Yeah, I'm not touching Vlasic. Not touching Bortuzzo either. I understand I might be going a little fast. You always, if you absolutely want to look, you can pause your screen. Alright, so the Leafs are trying to get rid of younger players. Oh, Joel Levy is available. JT Miller. Marc-Andre Fleury is available. Peyton Krebs is available. Okay. Oh, I think I had to create that Dugan guy as well. McMichael, Hendricks, Lapierre. Alright, so that's what's available. There's a couple interesting players. Feel free to let me know what you feel might be a good pick for me. Now keep in mind, getting probably a top 6 player would be good. Do I bring back Ryan Dzingel? Should I have accepted that trade? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see what I can do to make that happen. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and save this game, and hopefully we can turn it around in December. Alright, so as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.